Hey folks, welcome back to the set between Direwolves and Chiefs Esports Club. Direwolves take out game number 1 in spectacular fashion. Really close match there, but Direwolves able to snatch victory there away from Chiefs. Hopefully Chiefs can come back in this one, turn things around, take advantage of any leads they might have, and even up the series at 1-1. I am Husey, and joining me for this broadcast is going to be Timmy.
Yeah, we saw Chiefs. They did a very strong job. They were up quite a lot in the kills. However, they need to find a bit more pressure, a bit more map presence in order to really just try and shove Direwolves down into the ground, keep them from farming up, because that's really what lost them the game there. Direwolves, they just happy, just step back, okay, you have your moments, then we'll come back stronger than ever. But we're going to go ahead here into our first lot of picks and bans.
I fully expect to see Athena banned out ASAP from Chiefs, just because Chuckles did so much work with her last game, and in fact that is going to be what we see taken away first overall here by the Chiefs. Pretty much he set up so many early kills for them, and then really did a lot late game as well. He got some really nice taunts to keep people in the damage locations. The shield wars did a lot of damage as well. Defender of Olympus was super important for Direwolves that game. Able to keep Chiefs away from objectives. And now we see Agni banned again from Direwolves. Really, they seem like they're picking on Crazy Aussie.
Yeah, Crazy Aussie. You ban out Agni, maybe ban out the Giannis, then who's he got? He's got maybe like a Scylla, or I don't know, he'd try his hand up side, and who knows. But we saw that the Giannis coming from him last game was very strong, even though he didn't go for a very high damage, high burst, melt your face off sort of build coming out. He did go for a very utility build, and he did well. A lot of good portals and through space of times where they needed to be and when they needed to be. But your third ban, coming out of there is going to be the Sylvanas.
Sylvanas and Ao Kuang. Sylvanas taken away by the Chiefs. Ao Kuang taken away by Dials. Really smart pick there. They don't want Maxon to have Ao Kuang, and since they're not first overall, it's pretty much guaranteed that Chiefs would pick it up if it was let through. Sylvanas taken away from Richard Castle on the side of Direwolves. Really smart ban away. Again, he did a lot of work last game with that. Got a really hot blind pull through a wall, as well as they're able to sustain his teammates up so much.
Yes.
And now, first pick coming through from the Chiefs, it's going to be Bologna. They had this last game. It made a bit of an impact, but not as much as I would like to see off of Bologna, especially if they're going to prioritize it first overall.
Well, the main reason why we didn't really see the Bologna go off the chain like we usually do is because you had the Osiris coming up to just smacking you, frostbound hammer, haha, just laugh in your face, as well as the Sickle and the Spirit Flail, just really slowing her down, just stopping her in her tracks. That's really, I'm starting considering, an Osiris with a Frostbound is a little bit of a counter to a Bologna.
Moving forward to Direwolves' first picks, we can see they're going to go ahead and grab the Ebb. That's going to be going towards Richard Castle in the support, and Isis for Kikyo Mio in the mid lane. Not really much left on the board in terms of mid lane. It's Poseidon's there, Janice is there, actually. So that'll be really interesting. They don't really want to pick Poseidon into an Isis, though. I like the Isis pick from Kikyo Mio, despite being picked on a lot by Invidious last week. He still did really excellent work with his Spirit Walls, had some really great circle of protections to secure objectives and to deal damage in team fights. And once they were able to protect him from the Odin Ring of Spears, was able to really do a lot of carrying work for them. Flip side now, though, Chiefs going to pick up Neith and Giannis.
Yeah, Neith and Giannis, just a lot of early game sort of damage poke coming out, as well as a lot of presence. You get the World Weave to snipe people across the map, try and stun them down, deal out a bit of damage, as well as that through space and time. Once again, going to be going to the way of Crazy Aussie. Marvelous job last game on that one, but on the follow-up side, there is going to be a Shivalanke.
And Laney did really nice work with the Shivalanke once it got to late game, where Shivalanke does all of his work, got some nice crit and penetration online with him. Didn't manage to get all of his passive stacked, which is something we like to talk about here in Oceania, but nonetheless, Shivalanke is still really strong late game, and he was able to he was kind of their objective melter. Like, he melted the Fire Giant, melted the Gold Fury, melted towers, melted Phoenixes. I mean, that's what you want your 80 carry to do, and especially as Shivalanke is especially strong at that. We're going towards our next bans here. Direwolves going to ban away Ares. That's going to really limit what Prenzel can pick up for his support.
Yeah, Richard Castle, he's already got the Geb, so no surprise picks, no surprise Ares coming out there, so he knows how strong the Ares are. In fact, pretty much everyone knows how strong Ares can be, so no one wants to deal with that. No spell's been picked up so far besides the Geb, so it is still open. The next ban coming out is once again going to be the best stat, just keeping that away. Actually, no, that
was banned from the Chiefs. Chiefs banned that.
Is this going to be a Bologna jungle?
It very well could be.
There's no reason for them to ban out the best stat if the Bologna isn't a jungler. Because otherwise they're shooting themselves in the foot.
That's very true. We're going to see Cabrakan picked up now for Direwolves.
Cabrakan.
This is exciting. This could be Cabrakan jungle from Chuckles,
it could be.
which is something we haven't seen from Invitational ladder days, and I'm really excited to see him play it. I love me some Cabrakan jungle, especially with a purple pot early. The early aggression you can get with a Cabrakan purple pot is absolutely insane.
Now, let's stop talking about Cabrakan, because I want to talk about the next one. Barkus getting picked up here.
Barkus.
We don't see Barkus. He's got very bad wave clear ability. His CC is quite good, it's quite on point. And the damage that he can do can be absolutely through the roof. However, he struggles early on. A lot of his damage is from that belly flop if he doesn't have much of the gods up high enough to be able to really do anything. As well as the point is that he can be very mana hungry. One of his abilities, Chug, does make him even more drunk, giving him protections as well as damage mitigation depending on how drunk he is, as well as magic power. However, he has to keep monitoring that. If he lets that go down, he loses a lot of his CC or loses a lot of his tankiness, so can be a little bit of a rough start here for Princeton.
I actually get protections and damage mitigation when I get drunk as well. What was available there as well was a Ymir. A Ymir was available for Prenzel there if he wanted it, but the OPL teams really don't like Ymir. He's got a very low win rate, and I guess it's just the CC abilities of him they don't like. There is Hades picked up as well, so that's going to be going towards the solo lane for Akira, confirmed Bologna jungle. So I really like the Hades pick. It should win lane. Yada going to go ahead and pick up Osiris again. So unless we're going to see an Osiris jungle, I really think it's going to be Cabrakan jungle, Osiris solo. Some interesting lane matchups to watch here. The Barkus, I'm really excited to see how that does.
Yeah, the Barkus is really going to be the one that kind of like throws us off. Either he's going to struggle a lot early on, or he's going to find a lot of damage that we're just not really going to be expecting. So expect a lot of damage coming out of that. But we're going to go to a short break. Look few ads from our sponsors here, and then we'll be right back into the final match of the day.
The new high-performance Rig 500 headset from Plantronics is designed to match the skills of an aspiring esport player with the gear they need to win. The new modular system gives you the power to adapt, upgrade, and personalize your headset for the task at hand. The Rig 500 series of gaming headsets are engineered to deliver the perfect combination of durable lightweight comfort in an immersive audio environment. 7.1 surround sound and 24-bit audio provide a stunning 360-degree sound field with directional audio. 40mm drivers with low-frequency resonators provide crisp highs and boosted bass. Clear voice noise-canceling technology provides clear communication to your teammates. From the headset company that equips the pros, the 500 series was crafted to meet the needs of esports and competitive players around the world. The new Rig 500 series of headsets from Plantronics. Respect the training. Reactions win.
When the world needs conquerors. When being rare is not enough. And even epic fails. It's time to create your own fate. To become legendary. No matter what kind of enemy you face, or what kind of game you play, you can become the craftsman of your own legend. It's time to create your own legend. Time to build your victory. Rocket Myth.
Hey there, Smite fans, check it out. See what Sandboxer's about. Printed, 3D print your favorite gods. Printed, Google Kansu, Samu Kong. And try to collect them all. From image to the wall. You can even score your very own Thor. Take out a loan and order more. Printed.
Hey, and welcome to game number 2 between Chiefs Esports Club and Direwolves. I'm Husey. Joining me is Timmy.
How you doing, everyone? Last game of the evening here, we saw Direwolves kind of, sat back a little bit, farmed up, let Chiefs really do their thing, and then come back even stronger than before, just really showing just how strong farm can be. However, before we get too far into our game, find out of your left side of your spectator UI, and on the bottom side of your minimap is Chiefs Esports Club. Alkiro is Hades in the solo lane. Maxon is going to be running around in the jungle as Bologna. Crazy Aussie once again going to be on the Giannis in the mid lane. In your duo lane is going to be Prinzel and Wizard as Barkus and Neath.
And fighting under the red health bars out of the chaos side of your minimap, it is going to be Direwolves. Yada again is the Lord of the Afterlife in the solo lane as Osiris, El Chuckles, Kabrakan in the jungle. Really like this pick here. And Kiki Omio towards the mid lane is going to be playing Isis. Richard Castle, Just Laney will make up your duo lane as Geb and Jibalanke.
He's going to have to write you a strongly worded letter. Osiris is the broken god of the afterlife.
Sorry, broken god of the afterlife. But
yeah, people were a little bit concerned when it was released with that title. They were a little bit, let's not go ahead and go into that.
And there's enough broken gods in the game. We don't need another one. Again, Chuckles has gone for the purple pot start. Kiki Omio this time is not. Chuckles really likes his power pot starts, no matter whether he's playing physical or magical gods. If we look to Max, he hasn't done the same. So he did go that last time, got an early kill onto him. I guess he's kind of a bit more wary of Direwolves' early aggression in this one.
Well, the purple part on these Kabrakan is really going to allow him to shine early on. There's a lot of damage coming out with those seismic crushes, as well as a few of the tectonic, the refraction shields, really chunking out some damage, really surprising some people. So a lot of interesting things. However, Prinzel over here on the store lane already just about half health. We talked about this Barkus for a while because it is a bit of a peculiar pick. I haven't seen a Barkus in months.
I'm really excited to see it. It's good that he's got a Neath on his side as well because he doesn't really need to contribute to the wave clear terribly much. Whereas Richard Castle's going to be needing to help out Just Laney a little bit in this early game portion of the match as Jibalanke doesn't have the best early clear.
So, let's talk about a few of the little key things about Barkus. For one, he's got anti-healing, about 25% reduction on his burp, which, if he's strong enough, will stun you at the very last tick. As well as the fact that he does a lot of damage out of nowhere. That Intoxicate just does so much.
The Intoxicate, oh my goodness. Especially if he goes to penetration boost, really do a lot. But the penetration boost will be most effective with his Belch of the Gods, his 3 ability. Especially, that'll do a lot of unexpected damage, I feel, towards Direwolves. Yada just bashing Alkiro here, getting a lot of damage down onto him. But Hades can heal that up pretty quickly, so I don't think Alkiro is going to be too worried about this one. Let's take a look at our duo lanes and their opposing starts. Wizard's gone for the Transcendence here with Neath. Neath pretty mana hungry, especially in the early portions of the game. Likes to be using her Spirit Arrow to clear as early and often as possible. And the Unravel, to heal up a bit. Just Laney has gone for the Spiked Golems. Now, we've seen Jibalanke has been able to go either or with Transcendence to really benefit him to be able to use the branching bowlers quite a lot in the early period. But the Tavares Bowlers, I feel, is a better choice for the late game for when you're going to be needing a lot of that lifesteal.
So do I, and the branching bowlers generally don't really get a lot of attention early on, just simply because they are just too mana hungry for what they give. So the main portion of Xbalanque's wave clear is going to be with those poison darts as well as basic attacks. So already the Valor's Gauntlet is going to do a lot, as well as the Transcendence on the Neath. Like you said, a little bit mana hungry, but the Neath is going to be looking for that early on damage, just really try and do a lot with that Spirit Arrow. Actually, Alkiro getting incredibly low on this solo side, just crawling away from Yada. Pillar of Agony is going to come out there, giving himself a bit of extra protections, and Wizard gets the snipe!
That was a great timed World Weaver there. Yada was caught under the tower there and fell down to it. Crazy Aussie used his through space in time, a little bit unnecessarily there, and that's going to mean Direwolves are going to be able to do this Gold Fury. Chiefs don't know what's going on. There's a circle of protection come down from Kikyo. It's already at full charge. Just Landing going to be doing a ton of damage to it here. It's just going to get lower, lower, lower. Spirit Ball to finish it off. Direwolves going to take that one very nicely, and they will take that trade any day of the week.
Chiefs, they're, farming up in the waves, they're having enough time. No one's around, they can just, have a little chat to themselves, and they kind of realize, where the heck is Direwolves? Ah, damn it, they're at Gold Fury!
That one's taken away from them there, snatched out while they were unaware what was going on. I guess they might have thought that they were going back and doing buffs, because the purple is up for the duo lane side, and Crazy Aussie had gone all the way over to the solo lane, so he didn't know his lane partner wasn't there. That was a great call there by Direwolves to really take advantage of a situation.
However, if we take a look at our graphs, we can see that not a whole lot was really gained from it. The Gold Fury doesn't give a whole lot early on, just 800 gold, as well as the XP being under 300, under 500 now. Pardon my words. Keeps changing on me.
Yeah, it's the little leads that they'll take.
It's a little
bit of farm that Direwolves will be able to capitalize on. Yada's gone super aggressive here onto Alkiro's Hades. It's very rare that you'll see a Hades lose a solo lane, especially to an Osiris, but Yada is absolutely balling out in this game, pressuring Alkiro back and forcing Maxon to pay a lot of attention to the solo side, which he is doing now as he's come around the back of Yada. There is the World Weaver from Wizard. It's going to stun out Yada. No, actually, no. Lord of the Afterlife was perfectly timed there. Great Darks of Nice as well from Just Lady. Yada avoided the stun. They took the damage, but managed to get out all right. That was perfect timing from him.
That was just on point. If he didn't use that Lord of the Afterlife ultimate to give himself the CC immunity to stop the stun from the World Weaver, he would have been dead, no question about it. Stunned, hit with the damage still, and just 2 people on his tail. But look at this, our Chuckles is in a dangerous spot. He's gonna get caught out by 3 people. Blinks away, however, to try and give himself some distance.
Yeah, he was looking to perhaps catch someone out as they were looking for a back cap there. Now it's a 4-man rotation from Dire, was looking towards this rotation from the Chiefs. Alkiro caught within the walls there of El Chuckles. Yada going to get the kill. Down comes the Intoxicate from Pretzel, who just jumps away. That was a nice little rotation there from everyone on Direwolves. Alkiro, he's really feeling the pressure early in the solo lane. He's already died twice.
Well, Hades generally in the lane is just, gotta kill these minions, heal myself up so you're not gonna kill me, and that's gonna be the end of it. I'm not fighting you unless you stand inside the minion wave, and that's not gonna happen. So until he can really just chunk out those minions straight away, Yada's gonna be able to really bully him simply because he is an Osiris. Osiris is a bully.
He certainly is. Yada's as well got his warrior type online, so he's going to be doing a hefty amount of damage. Direwolves take away the left-hand side mid-camps there. El Chocos went a little bit hard onto Maxon underneath the tier 1 tower. They nearly got a kill. Unfortunately for him, unable to get it. But it looks like Richard Castle and Chocos have come around the back. Wizard Kiki Mio is rotating over as well. There is the backflip. He's stunned in place by Chocos. Cataclysm comes out from Richard Castle. Through space attack from Crazy Aussie. Great Spirit Ball there from Kiki Mio. He takes him down with a wing gust. Crazy Aussie wisely backs off there. Doesn't try to go in any further. Direwolves looks like they've taken a page out of Advanced Book and are rotating early and often as a team and just picking up kill after kill.
Well, they can really do that because they got rid of that Gold Fury early on, so there's no really point of contention there. They don't need to stick around, so they can go wherever they want as long as there's someone else there with them.
Oh, it looks like Richard Castle just going to walk through the back of the mid lane here. Pencil and Maxon are around as well. Kiki Mio could possibly be caught out if he's not careful. No, he's just going to walk back towards his mid lane.
Yeah, there's a lot of tiptoeing at the moment here. Chiefs aren't quite in that spot where they can go absolutely ham. Circle protection game burned out there. It's just trying to fend off Maxon. A portal not quite going where it was meant to go. I was pretty sure that one was meant to be going on the floor.
Yeah, that could have been a good little bit of poke and set up there. Chiefs crazy as he not quite able to get that one there. Maybe it was so that Maxon could go ham under the tower and then portal out. Unstable Vortex does a lot to El Choco's. Pretzel kills him with the Intoxicate. The damage on that is so intense. Yada on the right-hand side mid-camps is just bashing Elkiro's face in. Got the Sickle into him as well. Pretzel uses a weakening curse to try and get his teammate out of danger. Kiki Amiya gets hit with the World Weaver. Pillar of Agony was completely whiffed there. That was a bit of a misplay there from Elkiro, and now he's going to pay for it. He doesn't have the ultimate available. Yada and Richard Castle going to clean him up there. Spirit Arrow from Wizard does a lot of damage to Richard Castle, who is out of mana, forced to Stone Shield himself there. Yada looks like he wants Wizard at this point. No, he's just going to rotate away as Prenzel and Crazy Ozzy are here, and they might find some aggression onto Yada, who's taken awfully low.
Prince doesn't have any mana as well as the ultimate is on cooldown. Nice little pull there. Unstable Vortex is going to take Yada very low here. Stone Shield from over the wall may be enough to get him out of there. He's going to go ahead and walk away laughing.
How did he save there? The unstable...
The Stone Shield is so good!
The through space of time hit him right in the face, but it wasn't at full damage because it was right up close. That was a great play from Richard Castle. He Stone Shielded through the wall.
That was just... I can't imagine the frustration that Crazy Ozzy and Prinzel had. They had him just in the palm of their hands, and then all of a sudden his health bar turns blue. Just, what? Damn it. But yeah, Yada, on this Osiris, he's just really like that guy in the office who always, kind of taps you on the shoulder, says, hey, you want to go get lunch together? He just never leaves you alone. He's been doing this so well. He's so adapted to this playstyle, just locking people down and just disabling them.
Looks like Dire was also grouping around the left-hand side of Bigcats, possibly thinking about a Gold Fury, and Maxon rotates onto Kira, who's forced to use a Pillar of Agony under his own tower again. Doesn't heal up there at all from Yada, who manages to get out, but Maxon should clean him up here with the Bludgeon. He does so, but again, gonna be another Gold Fury from Dials, since Maxon's all the way on the other side of the map. Prenzel is here, does have an Intoxicate and Belly Flop available, pops down a ward here, Circle Protection from Kiki Amiya. It's gonna be very difficult for Prenzel to steal this one away if Kiki Amiya times this well enough. He does it, great steal there from Prenzel, just Laney awfully low. There's the through space in time. It hits Laney, who's stuck behind Chuckles' own stone walls. Here's Maxon as well. Kiki Amiya gets the kill onto Prenzel, however. Kiki taken awfully low. Great stone shield. World Weaver comes through as well. Down through the ground goes Kiki Amiya. Crazy Ozzy gets the kill here, and now Richard Castle's going to be targeted out by Maxon. There's the excellent Eagles rally, and down through the ground goes Richard Castle. Crazy Ozzy got a double kill there. Yada and El Chuckles here possibly looking to take to the other backside. That was a great steal there for Prenzel. Chuckles taken very, very low. Needs to back out here. Yada between two members of Chiefs. Maxon trying to box him with the shield bash. Just Laney there comes in to save his teammates. Chiefs Esports Club. My word, what a couple of plays.
What a great set of plays there indeed. There's another thing that a Barkers can do very well. The belly flop knocks everybody up, especially when they're gripped around the Gold Fury very tightly. And then you bring out the Intoxicate, which, like we said, does so much damage. Barkers is so good at securing objectives. That's what he does the best. That was a little, I guess, Kiki Amiya may have laid down the circle protection a little bit early there. It was just not strong enough to kill it there. Like, it had the tiniest amount of health, and Prenzel knocked everyone from Direwolves up and was able to use the Intoxicate to secure it. Brilliant piece of play there from the support of the Chiefs. I think right now it's worth mentioning that if you want to see those kind of plays in your top 5 plays of the week, go ahead and type !top or look down in the bottom of the panel and submit the time, the plays, and the people who did them, and you'll see them later on in the next week. Yeah, and now it looks like El Gresh coming down onto El Kiro, uses the Pillar of Agony. World Weaver comes through looking for El Chuckles. It's awfully low. El Kiro actually lives through that. No, Yada gets in there with the Spirit Flail, but Chuckles goes down, and Yada could fall under his own tower. Crazy Ozzy does pick up the kill there. Richard Castle is here, but there's no one to back him up. Chiefs are really taking it to Direwolves now. If we take a look at our graphs, they're actually ahead in XP and gold. 1700 XP, 900 gold. But the more important thing is that look at the dip that they had. Direwolves kind of had this period where they were in control of the gold and XP, but now it's swung right back up into their favor. They need to continue this aggression that they're having and just really take control of this jungle as well as the game. And the Eagles really come down onto Kikyo Mio. The silence will stop Maxon from getting that final slam on the bludgeon. Good stone shield, keep Kikyo Mio safe there, and he turns around and gets the kill back onto Maxon.
That was really, really good play there. Silence actually stopped the bludgeon. All those through space time doesn't connect with Kikyo Mio. Off target there from Crazy Aussie. But the silence stopped the bludgeon coming out from El Hero. The stone shield from Richard Castle was on point, and then was able to clean up Maxon with a good Cataclysm Wing Dust combo there. Direwolves just excellent play. Chiefs equally good when they're all together, but it seems when they're in this just kind of one or two of them grouped together situations, they're not doing as well. I feel like they should, group a little bit more, play as 4 or 5 as Dials will be doing during this play. Just Laney, again, with the Jibalake, farming up his duo lane, really hasn't felt much pressure this whole time.
Yeah, he's just gonna be looking to be as big as possible. He's already got fully stacked the Valor's Gauntlets, the Ninja Tabi to give himself a little bit extra attack speed, as well as now he'll be looking towards his Ichabod, which will kind of give him a bit more of a boost, give him the ability to try and box with Wizard a little bit more, steal away some of that power.
Oh, Just Laney was unable to back there. Prinzel jumped on him just as he was about to get back. A little bit of cheeky play there from Prinzel. Just Laney throws out a bowler after him, saying, "Damn you." That was not very nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if Laney will stay now.
Laney will most likely stay just purely because there's a minion wave here, as well as if Richard Castle does some sweet plays, he may be able to find a kill. However, Prinzel is backing off here, and Wizard is going to be looking towards some of this jungle buff here, just see what you can pick up.
Yeah, just going to take his purple there and maybe get some pressure onto the purple, onto the left-hand side tier 1, now that Laney and Richard Castle have back. Wizard's got excellent wave clear, and with a full minion wave there, it's going to be very hard to stop him. Yada again getting pressure onto El Kiro. Maxon again rotating in this direction to try and alleviate the pain that El Kiro is suffering through at this point. Maxon just running straight at Yada there, hits him with the Scourge. Nothing much coming here, really.
The thing is, though, is that Maxon ran completely over the top of a sentry ward, which I believe either Yada or El Chuckles will have placed down, so he knew Maxim was there. He even popped off a little firework saying, "I know you're there, just come out.
He's like, "I know I've got friends here, time to celebrate." There's a stone shield from Richard Castle onto himself as he is going to Cataclysm Maxim out of the bludgeon and rolls away there. Ultimate force there from Richard Castle, but gets away pretty much unharmed. Some good impression though by the Chiefs, who now have grouped as 5. Yada will probably be able to take down this tier 1 tower. Chiefs perhaps looking for a Gold Fury. Yada actually going to back you, not going to try and pressure the tower. He is looking, he got his shield to teleport, so we'll be able to teleport into this mid tower and join his teammates for this fight here. El Kiro is just zoning out Just Laney around this fight, but I feel like Chuckles is going to be the one to start something here. I
know you used to El Kiro playing Bologna, but that was Maxon.
Oh my god, it is. Yeah.
It's like you know, have like Cole, Isis, Ochida. But yeah, like you said earlier on, Chiefs, they do very well in these 5-man team fights, so they may be looking for something on this Gold Fury. They definitely have the potential to zone out Direwolves with the Pillar of Agony, the through space and time, gonna be able to get them in and out if need be. As well as that Intoxicate, like we saw earlier on, is a very big detriment to Direwolves if that's still off the cooldown. It's a good way to secure objectives.
Yeah, Wizard just going to start poking the Gold Fury here. Neither team really able to find much. Spirit Ball doesn't connect from Kikyo Mio. Just Laney going to take his purple buff, allow him to put out a few more of those auto attacks during this fight. Did that Unstable Vortex connect? It looks like it did hit Yada there. That was some nice damage Crazy Aussie put out. Akuro's in the mid lane here. Both of these teams doing a little bit of the footsie dance here. Neither team quite sure what is the best place to engage. This narrow corridor is really not conducive to team fighting.
Well, it's very conducive for Chiefs because they've got a lot of things which will really benefit them in these narrow corridors, like you said. But Wolves, they don't want to let go of this Gold Fury. They're trying to find just when Chiefs turn that back, they're going to be looking to try and pick it up, get that gold lead back into their favor.
Consider they've actually brought it down to 300 gold in favor of the Chiefs, so a little bit below where it was before. We can see it looks like Just Laney going to be aggressive on here. The Spirit Arrow doesn't connect and he dashes away from Wizard and Maxon, but Dial was a little bit split up at this point. This is just what Maxon needs to do in this fight, is just keep Just Laney out of it, and possibly Yada as well, both of them very auto attack focused. Especially Just Laney though, he's going to be doing a lot of damage with his and be able to heal up a lot. I don't know, this footsie dance has been going on for about 3 minutes now. Neither of these teams really are doing much, but Richard Castle rolls towards Wizard here. But again, just dodging away. Neither of these teams want to overcommit.
Okay, now we've got Richard Castle and Just Lane coming around the backside. Darwin's going to be looking for a pincer move here as a lot of aggression comes out onto El Kiro. He's going to go down very low. Pillar of Agni got to come out, but he does fall to the way of Yada.
And now Chuckles and Yada going to be fighting Crazy Aussie and Maxon in the backline. Both of whom are taking pretty low. Yada just going to be hitting him while Chuckles is just pounding the ground furiously. Richard Castle picks up the kill there with a shockwave. Wiz are taken low as well. They look like they're not going to be able to find anything here. Yada is going to force our Crazy Aussie. If he portals himself through the ground, Spirit Flail will connect there. But Yada is doing exactly what he needs to do as the rest of the Direwolves are going to go after the Gold Fury here. Yada's pretty low, so he can't take too many chances fighting both Wizard and Crazy Aussie, but he should be able to prevent them from doing too much. Get some nice poke out onto them there, and they're both forced to back away. Prensel is coming through at this point, but Dial should be able to secure it. There's a Spirit Ball from Kiki here, and it is secured there from Dials. Yada could fall here. World Weaver came through. Prensel jumps on him. Wizard takes him down with an auto attack, but that fight very much going in the favor of Direwolves.
If we take a look at our graphs now, even though Yada did fall to the way of Chiefs, they are still 1,600 gold ahead, as well as just a fairly measly 600 XP or so ahead of the Chiefs. Still a lethal lead, and that gold difference is going to be able to give them that sort of advantage, give them the momentum, the motivation to really just try and push things out, get the lead that they need, and just try and take this game into the late game.
Exactly right, because that's where Just Laney will be shining most, because he is Gibalanque, doesn't have any passive stacks. Shout out to Gibalanque passive stacks, but he has been around the Gold Fury fights, which has been where most of the team fights have been in this game, so he's been doing some work. It looks like Yada's teleporting into the mid lane, and that might mean Dai was looking for something here onto Prensel, Crazy Aussie, and El Kiro. Maxon going to be split pushing in the right lane. No, everyone's just kind of backing off here again, going back to farm. If we take a look at our graphs, the XP is pretty much tied at 70 in favor of the Chiefs, and gold difference about 1,300 in favor of the Direwolves.
I just want to talk about the builds here real quick. Akiro starting off with the Book of Thoth. Normally you see a Hades go for something like a Warlock Sash. Just really become very tanky, very high in health, very hard to put down. Actually, Kiki Omio again aggress on a lot here in this mid lane. Good Suns and a Spirit Ball is going to go ahead and stop the aggression. He's going to get out there. However, Crazy Aussie in this right hand side portals out as well, getting out very low there. Actually, no, about half health. And now Just Laney may be looking for something else in this mid lane. There's a lot of little skirmishes, little poke fights coming out here now.
Good Stone Shield there from Richard Castle prevents damage going into Just Laney. Will be on full health after that Stone Shield wears off. But the mid tier 1 tower is going to fall here the way of the Chiefs. That's actually the first tower in the game going the way of them.
Oh wow, it is too. It's the first tower in the game, full stop.
Oh, yeah, you're correct. And now
second.
Got to take down another tower. Here we go, another tower down. Chiefs pressuring the objectives very nicely there. I want to go back to the Hades build though. I believe that's a big factor in why El Kiro is 0 and 6 at this point. It looks like he's going for the Warlock Sash after this, but when you think about it, if you do it mathematically, the Warlock...
Nope,
he's got ethereal stuff, never mind. But we've seen a lot of the double stacking Hades, especially from Mogao on the Myrmidons in the European SPL. Great Spirit Ball there for Kiki and Mayo onto Max are going to be doing some damage there with the Wind Gust as well. Chuckles is around the back as well as Just Laney, so Direwolves could be looking for something here. But with Hades, we see a lot of double stacking, but you have to go Warlock Sash first if you want to do that, because it is harder to stack, and it gives you a lot more survivability early. And now Richard Castle blinking in with the Cataclysm. Circle Protection comes down under the tower. Prensel taken very low here, as well as Wizard. Chuckles gets Wizard in between his stone walls here, shaking the ground. He is teleported through by Crazy Aussie. Yada gets credited with the kill. Pillar of Agony comes down. Spirit Ball onto El Kiro as well. Yada taken very low. Bludgeon is not going to kill him, but the through space of time is Kikio Mio very low as well, but Chuckles peeling Prensel off. No, the belly flop going to take down the mid laner of the Direwolves. Chuckles is going to fall here to Crazy Aussie as well. Direwolves need to back out here. Great counter engagement from the Chiefs.
Chiefs they're really showing how strong they are in these team fights, only losing Wizard on that one and picking up 3 kills of their own onto Yada, El Chuckles, and Kikio Mio. This is where their strength is. They are so efficient and fine as a team, even though we may give El Kiro a little bit of crap for having a bit of a strange Hades build. He is still alive and he's doing a lot of things for his team. if we take a look at our damage graphs, we can actually see that Alkiro is number 4 on that chart. However, Crazy Aussie as well as Yada just outshining everyone.
I'm really surprised that Wiz is at the bottom of that graph, though, with only 5,700 damage, considering how many World Withies he's put through and how much he's been around in team fights.
Well, you think about, the team fights, everyone's in there. Everyone's getting some damage. Alright. We'll look at when they, do their usual things by themselves. In that duel lane with Just Laney, he's not looking to fight. He doesn't want to fight Wizard. Especially in that early portion where a Xbalanque isn't going to win those fights. He's just looking to farm up, whereas Wizard's kind of, can we please be friends? Come here, I got a secret to tell you.
Just Laney going to take away his purple buff now. Speaking of the duo lane, you're also going to be spawning relatively soon. That'll probably be the next point of contention for these two teams. Chuckles also wards up the Fire Giant, so I'm really interested to see where these teams go next. Do you think it'll be a fight around the Gold Fury or maybe a tower, Timmy?
It may be towards the Gold Fury, I'm saying. But if there is going to be a huge swing towards either team, a big wipe, they may say, nah, screw Gold Fury, we're going Fire Giant.
Yeah, as we're getting towards this latter stage of the game, it really makes sense to do that. Laney going to split push here on the left-hand side, looking to take down the tier 1. Great Spirit Arrow there from Wizard. Going to get him a little bit low. Here comes Crazy Aussie. There's the World Weaver as well. The portal doesn't land as Laney uses speeds to get away. Darkest of Night's forced to be used as well there from him. It's a 3-man grouping. No, 4-man. Prenzel's there as well around the Gold Fury by the Chiefs Esports Club. And it looks like they're going to start it up here. Yada going to be split pushing on the right-hand side. Maxon zoning out Direwolves very effectively at this point. Richard Castle looks to be coming in, but Maxon just going to keep hitting him over and over to prevent him from using the blink. Kikyo is there. There is the jump from Prenzel. Eagles rally onto Kikyo. Chiefs take down the Gold Fury pretty cleanly, but now Richard Castle comes through with a Cataclysm. El Kuro taken very low again. There's the Pillar of Agony force to come out. Kikyo will probably die to Maxon here as well. He will, but El Kuro is now the one that is awfully low as well as Maxon. Chuckles, though, goes down to a bludger. Maxon's got a double kill. He's doing really nice work. This is the Maxon we've come to know and love in here. Just Laney picks up a kill onto Crazy Aussie. Maxon very low as Yada also low, forced to run away. Wizard backflips towards him, doesn't hit him with the Unravel. The auto attacks are gonna just barely avoid taking him down. Spirit Arrow doesn't quite connect at this point. Richard Castle now is going to be targeted by the Chief. Just Laney throwing the bowlers down the corridor there. Richard Castle is going to be able to back there. So, bit of a back and forth fight. They're going the way of the Chiefs, though, primarily as they did take out the Gold Fury.
Chiefs getting that Gold Fury is going to be very big for them because that was a fairly even fight, very equal on either side. So no Fire Giants coming out in response, no real towers coming out. When we take a look at our graphs, we can see it's going all over the place this game. 2,500 XP to the way of Chiefs and 1,200 in gold favor. However, no one is level 20 yet other than Just Laney.
That's pretty impressive from Just Laney, considering he hasn't really been around in this
fight.
He's
been farming. He's been farming
like
the entire game, so he's going to hit level 20 before anyone else. Other than maybe Yada, who's got 7 kills.
Oh my goodness, when did that happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's got Shield of the Underworld as well, so he's going to be very happy to stand at those Pillars of Agonies from El Kira and just do so much of the damage right back to him. What does it do? It does 40% all of it back, and enemies can't lifesteal from you. So that's going to be hugely important against Wizard, who won't be able to lifesteal back off of him. It looks like Direwolves grouping for Fire Giant.
They may be looking to try and bait this out, but they're not going to be able to find anything, as Maxon does see this here, and now Chiefs are going to be corralling the way over towards this Fire Giant. I just want to really touch on so there's no confusion on that Shield of the Underworld. It deals 40%, reflects 40% of the damage before mitigation. So because Yada is quite tanky with that Midgully Mail and the Pestilence, he's going to be reflecting a lot of damage without taking much himself. Very important there.
Prenzel jumping in here as Kikyo is taken to about half health. Oh my goodness, the through space and time connects and El Kuro finishes him off. World Weaver comes through, connects with Yada, but that's not terribly difficult for him. Uses the Lord of the Afterlife, some damage. Down comes Intoxicate. El Kuro uses the Pillar of Agony as Chuckles is taken very low. Yada probably gonna fall here, as will El Chuckles. No, just Chuckles goes down. Yada barely manages to get out alive on the barest amount of health there, but Chiefs are absolutely dominating Direwolves at this point.
This is where Chiefs start to shine a lot. Get into these late stages of the game where everyone's pretty much around in these 3 to 5 man groups. That's where Chiefs comes in strong in these team fights. And now, they're even going to be doing the Fire Giant while doing a bluff in this mid lane, trying to pretend like they're taking down this tower.
That's a really good shot call from them there, but they could pay for it in the mid lane. There is too much poke put out onto them. Richard Castle going to roll out towards Maxon and Alkira. Here's Yada around the backside as well. Maxon taking some damage here. Prensel uses the burp to try and peel the teammates off, but Maxon is getting chunked down by Yada. Dials don't realize the Fire Giant's going on. Chiefs have taken that one. Dials, you had that one snuck out from underneath you. That's really unfortunate for Dials there, but great for Chiefs. Esports Club, this could be a 1-1 split we're seeing coming up here. Team Chiefs really looking dangerous despite the absence of their starting ADC.
Look at Just Lane. He's checking out this Fire Giant, just making sure everything's okay. I don't think they even realized that the Chiefs picked that up, because when the Fire Giant fell, both the teams were sort of disengaged from each other. They had their backs turned. So they have no idea when that actually came off. That's big.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of the builds here now from the side of the Chiefs. Maxon's got a Spirit Robe on line again. That's really good because it gives you 15% damage mitigation when you hit with a hard CC effect. So that's going to be the Spirit Balls, the Cataclysms we're going to see coming out from Direwolves. He's got Frostbound Hammer as well. Combine that with the shield back. Really going to be easy for him to stick to his targets, particularly Just Laney. Chief's going to siege this tier 2 on the left. Richard Castle blinks in. There's the Dark Side of Knights and Circle of Protection as well. Crazy Aussie. How did he get out of that one alive? Incredibly low there. Maxon now is going to be focused by all of Direwolves. Great Spirit Ball there from Kiki Amiro. Silences him out. Eagles rally forced to be popped. He's running towards the T2 tower. Kiki Amiro gets him with a nice Wind Gust at that point there. And now Wizard, El Hero, and Prensel forced to run away. Crazy Aussie has back. Direwolves take down a Fire Giant buffed Maxon. That's pretty big for him at this point. But Chiefs, 4 members still do have Fire Giant. But it looks like Direwolves the one aggressing, which is really odd. As I just said, Chiefs have got the Fire Giant.
They've got the Fire Giant, but other than a lot of sustain and a bit of power, it doesn't really give a whole lot in these team fights. If they manage to burst people down as quickly as they did to Crazy Aussie, it's not going to matter all that much if you catch them off guard. However, the Darkest of Nights is on cooldown now, as well as a lot of the ultimates. The Cataclysm and the Circle of Protection are not available if they go in for a re-engagement, so they kind of used what they had. They used their opportunity, and now they just have to kind of sit and wait to see what Chiefs do next.
It prevented the Chiefs as well from pressuring a lot of their objectives, like taking down towers and stuff. Forces them to waste time, essentially, with this Fire Giant buff.
Yes.
In fact, they even just keep them off this Gold Fury. Blinking from Richard Castle with a Cataclysm. Oh my goodness, Crazy Aussie disappeared in that Circle of Protection. Wizard forced out of the fight as well, as he's extremely low at this point. I thought Kiki Amir might have had a soul reaper from the amount of damage he did there, but he doesn't. That was just Ice of Circle of Protection doing so much damage. Gold Fury started up by Direwolves, but it's just a bait, as now Maxon being the target of the aggression. He uses the beast to get out.
Oh, the Pillar of Agony!
El Hero, the perfect Pillar of Agony there, keeps it 3 members of Direwolves. Richard Castle taken low. Yada in the backline just chunking down Maxon at this point. Wingus not going to be able to pick him up there, but he does find Wizard on the backside of that. And now it's just Prensel and El Hero left alive, along with Maxon, who's just going to be forced out of this fight. Dio was not going to be able to take the Gold Fury, but another member of Chiefs taking the Fire Giant buff away from them.
Yeah, now Wizard, Crazy Aussie, and Maxon do not have the Fire Giant. It's only now on Prensel and now Kiro. 2 Guardians. Not really going to be the most effective there, so they're really picking out, out of the bunch, who they can take down and who they want to take down. We saw how much burst damage they had. Just insanity with that little wobble combo that they've devised there.
I'm really liking this bracket pick. Douglas hasn't got many kills on it, but he's just been pure setup for his teammates. Prensel zoning out Yada around this Gold Fury. I don't know if Chiefs are seriously considering this or just trying to bait in the Direwolves.
I think they've been a little bit cheeky. They're just trying to see where the Direwolves are. They do have that ward up towards... Actually, no, it's gone now. Never mind. Nope, wasn't there. Don't worry. They don't have a lot of map vision around, so they need to try and bait out, hey, we're going to be doing Gold Fury. You guys should come around and show us where you are. So, again, they've lost all their Fire Giant buffs. It's gone off, it's timed out, and the Fire Giant is going to be spawning in 40 seconds, yo.
That's going to be the next big fight here. I was just going to look like they're grouping and going for Gold Fury at this point. Just Laney can pretty much burn it by himself at this point. Elcuro teleports to a ward, though. So Chiefs actually going to try and fight around the Gold Fury here. No, Direwolf's going to disengage a little bit. Oh, this could be bad for Chiefs if Richard Castle gets in there again. Yada's in the back line, however, trying to get damage onto Max the Wizard, but he's taken very low himself. Unstable Vortex doesn't connect. There's the Eagles rally from Max. They're pouring a lot of damage into Yada. There's the through space and time. There's a lot of damage to Kikyo. Yada still alive. Kikyo takes down Elcuro. How is Yada still alive? Maxon has been chasing him relentlessly. Great Stone Shield onto Yada there. Spirit Ball connects with Maxon, who dies, and Yada still alive. How is he alive? Chuckle's getting aggression onto Crazy Ozzy there. Doesn't manage to get through his quarter. And now Pretzel taken very low. Spirit Ball doesn't connect with him. Wizard forced a backflip away from the fight at this point. But now Direwolf's going to be searching for him off the back of this. Perhaps they should group and go for Fire Giant at this point. They should go for Fire Giant.
Right now, they've got the advantage. Everyone's up. There's no ultimates available. It's only Pretzel and Wizard. And the Intoxicate is on cooldown for at least another 25 seconds. So they don't have a lot of good way to secure it. When does the circle protection comes up in less than 20 seconds, they're going to be going for it right now, and they may be able to have that Isis ultimate to really try and secure it.
Yeah, and it's only Pretzel could steal this. Pretzel very much.
He's around the area. He knows about it.
He doesn't have his Intoxicate up though. It's going to be up in 3 seconds. It could happen, but it looks like Richard Castle and Yada are going to zone him away from this. Laney, Kikyo, Mio, they keep doing it. There's the jump in for Pretzel. Just Laney wasn't hitting it for a while there to try and bait Pretzel in. Oh my goodness, Laney gets absolutely shredded by Wizard at that point. Chuckles picks up the kill onto Laney, onto Pretzel though, who takes down Kikyo Mio in return. Wizard uses the Aegis there and the beads a little bit preemptively, but great work there from Chiefs denying Direwolves from using the Fire Giant.
They denied the Fire Giant, but they did lose Principle for that, which is a big portion of their secure ability, as well as Crazy Aussie using that through space and time to get the rest of his team up. If they have to fall back for whatever reason, this could be dangerous for them because they don't have much way to secure it. But now, the Pillar of Agony, not going to be able to really catch anyone down as Yada jumps out. El Chuckles hit with a Whirlwave, a stun in the backline, taken down incredibly low and gets picked up by Akira.
And now Yada's boxing it out with Max as well. Good Stone Shield there from Richard Castle. Yada really needs to get out at this point, but great Spirit Arrow from there. Wizard gets another kill onto Yada. Wizard has done tremendous work for Chiefs at this point. You couldn't tell that he wasn't a main roster ADC. Just really doing nice stuff for them. Picks up a kill there. It's only Richard Castle available. He can't steal it. There's no more Hog Steals available for supports anymore. He's only got the Cataclysm to try and get something. He's just going to back off and let them get that and try and prevent them from using anything with the Fire Giant like they did last time. Direwolf's defense last time didn't allow Chiefs to get anything off the back of the Fire Giant, but that's 2 Fire Giants now for Chiefs. That is tremendous for them.
The other thing as well is that they went into that Fire Giant relatively fresh. They didn't have a whole lot of health missing, and now they are all grouped up already at this tier 2 tower. No one from Direwolves is really here to defend it straight away. Just Laney has to kind of come in. Kikyo Mio needs his red buff and able to do something, but he's going to get sniffed out here and potentially run down by Chiefs.
They should just take this tier 2 tower. They've got the damage to just shred it at this point. They've got the tankiness to sustain the damage as well as the Fire Giant buff. Yep, down goes that tier 2 left. I'm not sure why Chiefs aren't continuing to pressure here. I guess they have a lot of gold in hand. No,
they may
a little bit. I guess, yeah, so they're just going to take the Gold Fury, back by, and then pressure. Okay, no, now they're coming back for the Gold Fury. It's like a little bit of indecision there for Chiefs.
They're just trying to figure out, where can they go from here, because they don't want to go straight into the jaws of the monster that is Direwolves, Wolf, pun there, thank you. But they don't really want to fight them out, because it's just too risky for them. They're all up, they're all fresh to go. All of them have their ultimates besides just Laney, so it can be a bit too risky. They're just going to try and look for whatever they can get at this point, and then look for an exploitation.
Do you think they're going to pressure the left or middle Phoenix first, or go for the tier 2 on the right?
It really depends on where they are. They may be looking for this right-hand tower, just because it's a little bit more safer to take down. If that does fall, and they get a few kills onto Direwolves, they're definitely going to go up to that right-hand Phoenix. Otherwise, they're going to try and fall back, lick their wounds, and then they might even lose the time on the Fire Giant buff if that happens.
And speaking of the Fire Giant buff, Chiefs have got 2 minutes of it left to make something happen here. Possibly end the game if they're feeling daring enough. They're grouping around the right-hand tier 2 tower, which is where you said they would be. Wizards coming up here as well. They really need a good engagement from Elkiro here. I feel like the Pillar of Agony's got to be what really sets this whole fight off.
Here's the minions, and now Max is going to be the first one in. 3-man Cataclysm, as well as the Circle Protection coming out as well. Law of the Afterlife also forced out there. Going to go ahead and pressure down Crazy Aussie. Yada gets that kill, and the Pillar of Agony is going to lock down Direwolves.
Yeah, they're actually doing very well for themselves here. The Direwolves. El Chuckles gets a kill onto Elkiro. Maxed extremely low here as well. Just Laney gets his third kill of the game, onto Prenzel. Richard Castle chasing down Max and not going to find him, but Wizard is the target of the aggression. Yada's going to back. Untap his teleport available. Wizard gets stunned out here. Laney credited with the kill here. It's just Maxon left alive from the Chiefs. He's very low health. He's forced it back. Direwolves,
that's what I said.
Could
they
win off the back of this?
Straight in for that Phoenix. They would be too risky for them, and as we saw there, they couldn't keep it together in that crucial moment. They lost 4 members without giving up, without getting any kills themselves, and now they're gonna be losing their towers. It's like Fire Giant doesn't even matter.
And it's just Maxon left alive. 15 seconds till Crazy Aussie comes up here, who should be able to get the right-hand side Phoenix here, maybe clean up a tower before they head back to base. But that counter engagement there was beautiful. The Cataclysm disrupted a lot of the attacking momentum that the Chiefs had in there, and that's really what caused the whole thing to disintegrate, as well as Yada and Chuckles focusing out Crazy Aussie in the back.
Crazy Aussie has been doing a lot of damage this game, so it's good that they focused him out, just so he can really do anything. Stop people with the portals, get people down incredibly low with those unstable vortexes. Direwolves are really on point with who they want to pick off.
If we take a look at our player damage at this point, Yada's actually in front, 28k damage. And that is an Osiris with Frostbound Hammer and Midgardian Mail and Pestilence.
Yeah, a lot of the damage now towards from this point on is going to be those Chinsais as his final item there. Going to be able to do a whole lot, but a little bit interesting. Wiz went from down towards the bottom of the ranking of the player damage up towards 2nd.
That's really huge for them. Wiz has been tremendous in both games for Chiefs, doing a lot of damage, getting a lot of kills, being a very big presence in the team fights. Laney comes in 3rd with the damage there. He started really nicely with this Jibber. Like, he's been very, very consistent and constantly farmed for Direwolves.
Sorry, yeah, Gruff, but we're going to go ahead and let you go. We've found someone else who can play Medusa and Neath quite well. You know, sad to see you go.
Oh, poor Gruff.
Rough.
But
that's not canon. Don't, you know, I have no say in that matter.
Direwolves, though, doing some very nice defense there. The Chiefs, they found 2 towers off 2 Fire Giants. That's really, really not worth.
No, it's not. We've seen in the past that a Fire Giant can equivalent to pretty much every single structure on the map. However, Chiefs just not gain the advantage, the initiation that they need when they need it. And I think it may be coming back to a reflection of the Barkus. Although Prenzel is playing him very well, we haven't really seen any huge issues with him, but his initiation isn't all that great. The knockup is good, but then you go way a while for the Belch of the Gods to come out. And then if you hit the Intoxicate, everyone puts on their jerkin shoes because he can't hit them. They're weaving around all over the place.
I like a Barkus with a blink as well. He has gone the Enfeebling Curse and Heavenly Agility, but if you jump in, you really don't have any escape to get out of a lot of the counter initiation that Direwolves can be putting onto you there. Laney, my goodness, 1 hit there, and look how much damage is going down onto Maxon and Elkiro. There's a bludgeon from Maxon. This is going to be the big fight here. This could determine the winner of the game. Maxon gets hit with a Spirit Ball, but uses the beads to get himself out of danger, but taking a lot of damage. Just Laney is absolutely chunking him now. Elkiro uses the Pillar of Agony to lock in Richard Castle, who's hit with a nice through space of time from Crazy Aussie. Kikyo Mio, he barely misses Crazy Aussie there with the Wing Gust. Takes him out there nicely, but takes cops a handful of damage to the face there. Great Spirit Ball onto Elkiro. He's going to fall here to Yada. And now Wizard is the focus of Direwolves' aggression here. Laney jumps forward, hits him with a couple of poison darts. Oh my goodness, the damage from Laney. Direwolves going to push through the downed right-hand side Phoenix. They might be looking to end this one.
They could end it here. They may want to try and look for this... Actually, no, they can't go for this mid Phoenix because the tower is still up. Good knock-up by Prenzel there. However, no Intoxicant coming out. Not enough damage. Maxon's just really getting focused down, getting incredibly low, and Maxon may die. No, he holds onto it inside the fountain, but now Direwolves are fighting the Titan itself.
Yeah, it's just Prenzel left alive to keep him out of the way here, but just Laney is doing so much damage. Chuckle's just trying to keep Prenzel out. Circle of Protection comes down from Kikiyomiya. That is going to be game to Direwolves. Very nicely played there. The defense against the Fire Giant buffed Chiefs was on point, and I can't help but feel it was a little bit of a throw there from Chiefs.
They really had the potential to just muscle their way through. They were doing incredibly well. They had these great team fights. They were getting out very well on that, not even trades, on trades in their favor. But like you said, they just kind of threw it a little bit with that Fire Giant. Maybe cracking under the pressure, I'm not too sure. Maybe not enough initiation, but my god, Direwolves just showing why they are the... I'm gonna say they are the wild card here.
The wild card?
The wild card? I don't know. Nvidia's
do you
kind
mean
of the
wild
dark
card or
horse.
do you mean best team? Make the call to me. Direwolves best team in OCE right now?
I don't know. I'm not saying. It's gonna come back to haunt me. I know it. But like, Avant-Garde, they generally seem to be, you know, the Titan. You know, they are the fan favorite. But Direwolves, they are so good at what they do, and we're not gonna know who's gonna be stronger until next week when Avant-Garde versus Direwolves. That is gonna be interesting.
Alright, well, just as we've taken a look ahead to the future, let's bring it back to this game now. Let's take a look at some of our stats here. Yada tops the damage with 30k damage on the Osiris. Just Laney does a lot as well with 27k. Kikiyomiya Chuckles to 25k. Wizard tops the charts for the Chiefs, doing 28k damage there. Very nicely for himself there. Really solid performance for him. But we're going to have to pick our MVPs, and I'm torn between Laney and Yada for MVP here, because while Yada had most kills and top damage, Laney he was able to do so much damage in those team fights and able to melt objectives so well. It was just so important for his team on that G Belanque.
It is a bit hard to say, but I'm leaning more towards Yada. He was doing so well from the word go, pushing out El Kiro out of his lane in both games on that Osiris, just really showing how strong that god can be. So I'm gonna say Yada first, just Laney second.
And then third place, I think, has to go to Richard Castle, erupting Chiefs team fights at all opportunities with that Geb, doing so well on that Sylvanas the last game, sustaining his team very nicely, getting some good pulls, getting some fantastic Geb shields as well this game.
Yeah, just really showing his diversity. He can play the Sylvanas and the Geb to extraordinary levels. Stone shows over the wall, grabs through the wall, great initiation, great peeling, great supports. I agree with him on the third spot.
It's good that's all sorted then, but I want to point out a couple of stats here before we finish up. Just Laney there had the highest gold per game in 467 GPM. That's about 30 more than his next highest opponent, and that shows what makes him such a special ADC, his ability to farm, and then to be an impact for his team in the fights, to pick up kills, assists, just a fantastic overall player. The final stat I want to point out, though, is the wardage from the Chiefs. Crazy Aussie had 19 wards and Prenzel had 23.
Oh my god. There's so much wards coming out there for Chiefs. Really just trying to find out where Direwolves are. Just, that is so important. Never neglect your warding, because as soon as you don't know where people are on the map, they could be at the Gold Fury, at Fire Giant, or right up behind you, which is the scariest one in my opinion.
Alrighty, so that's going to do it here from us. Week number 6 of the Smite Oceania Pro League has come to a close in thrilling fashion. Direwolves taking down Chiefs 2-0. The other results of our week is going to be Avant-Garde taking down Ivory Gaming 2-0. Nvidius takes down Law Gaming 2-0. And Sif Gaming going to clean up Team Solo Theo also 2-0. So a couple of clean sweeps across the board for us this week. Very big shout out to our sponsors, Plantronics, Rocket, and Sandboxer for helping us out running the Oceania Pro League, and some nice prizes for our winning teams, which will be determined next week. And actually, one thing we didn't touch on, which I want to go to quickly, is Direwolves are now confirmed for PAX. So Avant-Garde, Direwolves confirmed at the regional finals at PAX. what the game next week means is determining seeding for who is going to be the first seed, who's going to be the bottom, and seeing if one of these teams can go undefeated all the way through the Pro League.
That would be very interesting to see if someone can go undefeated. Like you said, Avant-Garde, Direwolves, they're in packs, no worries. The real thing that we're going to be looking at is who else is going to be going into Challenger Cup. We know Chiefs is going to be able to go in there. They've got a very strong lead as it is. However, the place for 4th on the OPL ladder is still under fire, and there's a lot of competition coming out there, very close at the moment. So until then, we'll see you next time, and I'm going to go look up the definition of wildcard.
Alrighty, yes, as TV said, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you all next week.